Hey all! So, today I'm going to start working on the interior of the van. I want to get a carpet down in here. Got the rubber horse mat up there. Another rubber horse mat's going to go in the cargo area here, but obviously I want to cover them. I have a really cool rug that's going to go down, but the sliding block puzzle of work on the van means that I need to do a bunch of stuff before I put the carpet down. So essentially it works out to, if I want to put the carpet down, the walls need to get taken out because I want to run the carpet to the edge of the walls, not to the edge of, or to the edge of the van walls, not to the edge of these walls, and then take these out and have a gap. And to take those, when I take those out, I'm going to take the headliner out because there's no more point in ripping the walls out but leaving the old headliner in. When I take the headliner out, I want to weld up the holes in the roof where there's currently a roof rack and I don't want one. And I can't weld up those roof rack holes after I've put the carpet in either because I don't want to risk getting hot slag down on the roof. So what I want to do is start pulling, well, basically everything gray you see here needs to come out so that I can kind of see what I'm working with and make my plan of attack for replacing it. All right, my partner helped me get the ceiling down. So we finally got everything exposed and oh my God, crappiest, worst materials. I mean, I knew it was going to be this case, but I still am astounded at just like the absolute shittiness with which these are built. So here we are with everything pulled out. The wires hanging down are the speaker wires. The roof lights, I was frustrated from when I bought this van, that the overhead lights had little switches on them, but all that would happen is when you opened the door, the lights would go on, but that little switch would let you shut the light off while the door was open. There's no way to use them as like map lights while you're driving. And I was just like, why would you not wire them with a constant power to that switch and then also have them open with the doors? And the answer is because they're idiots, because there's a third wire up there that they didn't use that would have allowed them to wire them that way. But lazy, so, you know, yay. Overall, no real surprises back here. There's a little bit more moisture-related rust, and it looks like it's the kind of moisture just like people living in, you know, being in the van, and people produce moisture. So there's a little bit of cleanup I'm going to have to do around that, but doesn't look like there's any new bonus surprise rust. So what's going to happen next is the screws for the roof rack. I'm going to climb up there. I'm going to take those down, clean them up, and then my partner is going to hold the copper spoon against them so I can weld them all shut. That'll let me get rid of the roof rack and have the roof completely sealed up. And then a lot of scrubbing in here to get residue of insulation and glues and whatnot off, and then we can start sort of figuring out how we're going to build this back out. I don't know if you saw, but I got hit by a hailstorm while I was up there. Real quick one, really minor one, but it's hailing in late April. You know, pretty much almost a blue sky. It's very strange. Welded up the holes for the roof rack, as well as found a couple spots where the paint was cracked with a little bit of rust. So I ground those so I can hit them as well. So what I just need to do is clean these areas up, and then I can put some Master Series rust sealing paint on them. I'm not worried about them all being perfect because it's the roof, nobody's going to see them, but I did grind them down. They're going to get, like I said, the Master Series paint. Then when I get to the point of painting the roof, they'll probably get the thinnest skim coat of Bondo just to completely hide them. They're not going to be 100% perfect because I think they might still be a little bit proud, but they'll be good enough nobody will ever notice unless they're really close up to them, and since it's on the roof of a van, not an issue. And then here we are from the inside. You can see, I mean, it blistered the paint, but whatever. I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to hit this as well. I'm also going to, in addition to, I'm going to put a nice thick coat of the rust sealing paint in here. If anything looks even the slightest bit iffy, it's going to get skimmed with seam sealer as well, just to make sure I don't get any moisture coming in through those. So one of the things stripping out the interior did was expose the backside of my weld repairs. So these are all going to get a good thick coat of paint. And then this gap in here is going to get a bunch of cavity wax sprayed into it to help resist further rusting in the wheel well, because I'm pretty sure that moisture getting into there was at least a significant contributing factor to the rust that I was repairing. So it's the next morning, and I just came out to go get my coffee and discovered this. This was actually stuck in here and dribbling down here. This is the paint that I stuffed up in the wheel well, which tells me that it's not actually sealed in there, which is not good. So I'm a double bummer. One, I messed up my tire, so let's see if I can get that out of there. That's going to be fun. Fortunately, the outer face at least had some tire dressing on it, so that peeled off, but I don't know how I'm getting that off the treads. But it also means I have to deal with wherever that came from. Because if paint can drip out, then road stuff can get in and really mess up my life. So we just have to add that to the pile. So yeah, that's it. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.